Well, Steve, the situation's back to normal at this corner, Wilshire and Veteran in Westwood. Really has been since about 1:30 this afternoon, but at 10 this morning, it was the scene of a violent 4th of July clash over the issue of illegal immigration. 6 people were hurt in the fighting. Apparently, no arrests were made by police. It began when a conservative group opposed to illegal immigration planned a protest here, but they were confronted by counter-demonstrators who appeared to be bent on violence. Members of the conservative group opposed to illegal immigration said this fighting began when members of the Communist Progressive Labor Party crossed Wilshire Boulevard and attacked them.
I was holding my flag. These people came across the street. I wasn't doing anything. I was just holding my flag. All at once, one of them grabbed my flag, hit me over the head. You see the evidence?
The skirmishing went on with soft drink cans thrown by the communists. Some of the right-wingers waded back in with fists and their own picket signs. There were wrestling matches for flags and banners. An American flag was ripped from a conservative and trampled by a leftist. It was ideological combat at Wilshire and Veteran. While the soft drink cans flew and the punches flew, there wasn't a law enforcement officer in sight anywhere around to break this up. Finally, one officer from the Metropolitan Transit Police got in between the combatants, but he was one man versus many.
Get the illegal aliens out of the United States of America! Asian, Latin, black and white, workers of the world unite!
Like someone in the eye of a hurricane, a woman dressed like the Statue of Liberty walked in between the opposing demonstrations. But after a police officer ushered her aside, the brawling resumed. Generally, it was younger left-wingers versus older right-wingers. Many of them were from the Voices of Citizens Together, a group that helped pass Proposition 187.
The Americans who want an end to illegal immigration, or these communist revolutionaries? Who's going to look like the bad guy tonight? They attacked us. All we did was stand on a street corner in America and wave our own flag on July 4th. I guess that's a crime now in America.
Many of the people opposing the conservatives were from the city of Bell. They'd come here to protest controversial Bell school teacher Ezola Foster, who favors banning illegal immigrants from public education.
Racist deportation! Working people have no nation! Racist deportation! Working people have no nation! Fight for communism, power to the workers! Fight for communism, power to the workers! Fight for communism, power to the workers!
for revolution, for workers' power, and for smashing all borders.
¡No se dejen! ¡Abajo la migra!
And on the 4th of July, we are here to repudiate. We are here to say no to racism and to homophobia and xenophobia, because we serve this country, we fought for this country.
Justice, yes.
Always, in all the wars, the Latinos have been the front lines to fight for this country. We are not second-class citizens, and we will not allow these people to drive us out. We will continue fighting.
Justice, yes. Racist, no. Racism, no. Justice, yes. Racism, no.
Justice, yes. Racism, no. Justice, yes. Racism, no. Justice, yes. Racism, no.
Well, happy July 4th, America. We came out here to peacefully demonstrate. A couple of hundred of old men and women, the only ones that seem to be left in this country that really care about the country and will get up off their butts and come out and do something. We came out and stood on a street corner holding our flags, and the communists came across the street and attacked us without provocation. I know because I was there at the beginning, right in the middle of it, and I've got a big fat footprint on the back of my shirt. They ripped the flag out of my hands, they started poking me with all their sticks and hitting me, and they started kicking me. Where was the media? Where were the police? Where were the rest of you? See you next July 4th. We may have to hold it slightly farther north now because they'll be celebrating Cinco de Mayo down here.
I think we need to conduct another Operation Wetback, as President Eisenhower did in 1954. For those who are not aware, he brought the Army and the Navy out here. He did sweeps through Southern California and Arizona. He deported over 1 million illegal aliens in 1954. It was called Operation Wetback. This was required by Article 4, Section 4 of our Constitution. It needs to be done again. Given the fact that we are being invaded, and given the fact that our government, officials of our government, are not dealing with the invasion, I personally consider it high treason on the part of officials in our government. And where I grew up, I learned that high treason was a capital offense.
Is he serious? What are you asking me for? I don't have any blood on me.
Us, or trying to punish us, because we are standing for this country. And we can no longer allow that. No longer. Our government has failed us. We made a horrible mistake by allowing Bill Clinton to become president of the United States of America. He has no character, he don't give a damn about America, and we're suffering for it. And I blame him for it. I blame the police chief for it, Daryl Gates, because he did not protect us from these lawbreakers today. He allowed this to happen to us. We need a new police chief. We need a new president. We need a new government, really. Someone that loves America.
Who would you be voting for in the presidential election coming up?
I'm voting for Dole. There's no way in hell I will vote for Bill Clinton again. Bill Clinton does not deserve to be the president of the United States of America. We need a real president, someone that loves the country and is willing to stand up for it. I urge all people to vote for Dole. I mean, if we should get Bill Clinton in here again, I'm moving to Russia. We don't have a chance. America doesn't have a chance. It is so easy to resolve this illegal alien problem. Close the borders, put the armed reserve, the armed force on the borders, ship all the kids that are in these public schools back to their country, the ones that are in prisons, the ones that are in jail, the illegal aliens, load them up and ship them back, and put our troops on the borders, and that would solve this whole issue.
Definitely.
They don't want to resolve the problem. They want the hostility that you see here today. They want hostility. And that is why our government is not doing anything about this issue.
Okay, their side, the communists and the illegal aliens, actually they're a bunch of thugs. They always bring, you know, they brought stronger, younger guys over to start a fight because we mostly had retired citizens and, you know, old ladies
women
and children. We didn't look too tough. And they brought weapons. They had them in their hands. They were menacing them at us. When the officers departed, then all hell broke loose and they started throwing things. And I shouted over to them, you know, before I got hit, I said, "What do you have?" I said, "Do you have an argument or do you have bricks?" And about 2 seconds later, I got my answer.
Coke cans and sticks and...
Martin Francis. I'm with the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny.
Yeah.
Right.
They were throwing everything, bottles and sticks. It was about earlier. It was about 50 or 60 of them over here on our side throwing rocks and bricks and bottles. And this is a good example of these people being lawbreakers. These people have no respect for the American law, and they demonstrated that today. We saw it in San Diego when they were running away from the cops, and we saw it again today. And again, I blame Willie Williams for that. I blame the government. We, American citizens, are going to have to fight to change this issue.
Because there was only like 3 of them. They showed up late. They knew when time the rally was starting. Willie Williams did not have his officers out here on time. He knew what kind of rally this would be. And he knew that these people, that the other side, the illegal aliens and the communists, look at them over there. They are really thuggish looking. They brought their sticks, their bottles. They brought weapons with them. They intended to get in a fight, and they started numerous fights. And when our group was like chanting, and their group was chanting on the other side, then everything started to die down, and the cops got intimidated. They left. I asked them. I said, "What do you have? An argument or bricks?" And they threw a. Then I got my answer in a couple seconds. Organization.
And they started throwing rocks and Coke cans and sticks at us. They were angry because we were fighting for our country. And so they threw a can and hit him in the head with it.
Yes.
Jesse Peterson. Yes. Sure.
Thank you, sir.
I'm with the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny, BOND.
They'll put this. They'll show that what Americans have to suffer in order to take back their country, because it's not about legal immigration. It's about illegal aliens flooding our country,
Breaking our laws.
breaking our laws while they're in here, and hating America in general. They just hate America and anything America stands for.
We saw that today.
Yes, definitely. They came with young thugs. They came with weapons. And they came against a crowd that was mostly, our side was mostly just old people and kids and women, and it just made their boldness even more when they saw what they were up against, and then they attacked us.
Your side sprayed some mace as well.
Pardon me?
Your side sprayed some mace as well.
Only in self-defense. We were always the ones who were attacked, because we had officers here who witnessed that, and they'll give you the story on that.
That's misleading. I did it, but we didn't do it. A couple of the ladies did it. A couple of the women did it to protect themselves. We don't have weapons. They have weapons. They had bottles. They had mace. They had everything.
Yeah.
How do you know your mace didn't come from them?
They weren't there at the time.
But they were there when they did the mace. But it was their side. We don't have weapons. All we have is our signs. These people have no respect for the law. They're lawbreakers.
Yes, they're vicious.
That's why
and they're
they come
lawbreakers.
into the country like that.
What's your name? Martin Francis. I'm with the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny.
Close the border.
What's your philosophy on immigration? What do you want to see done? Do you want to see immigration cut off completely?
Illegal.
Cut back? What do you want to see done?
Illegal aliens.
I want to completely until you sort this thing out.
I want to see illegal immigration stop cold. I want the illegal immigrants who are in this country deported. They're a danger to the country. They hate this country. It's very evident they do. Well, it's more evident today than ever, but it is very evident. They're lawbreakers. And we want to close the border with U.S. troops. We want to deport all the illegal aliens who are in here now. And we can do whatever we want on legal immigration. We're citizens. We get to choose who we want in this country when we want. Even if someone says, oh, I'm being attacked by my government in my country, it's up to us as citizens to say whether or not we want to help them. We're not forced to help anybody. It's our country.
Ruffians, these Mexicans. It's despicable.
Are we afraid of getting Mexico upset? I mean, what's the deal here? We're protecting our...
I'm talking about Latinos here.
Latinos here should love their country and also want to protect the border. If they don't, they got a problem with their patriotism.
But there are many Mexicans that are American citizens who are against these anti-American illegal aliens. They're fighting for their country. It's just that the media don't focus on them. I mean, you guys have done the same thing with black people. You focus on people like Jesse Jackson and Maxine Waters, the Black Caucus and the NAACP, people who hate America, and you give the impression that all black people hate America, and we don't. We don't agree with that. And that's the same thing you're doing with the Mexicans. You're giving the impression that all Mexicans are in favor of illegal aliens, and it's not true. I know many Mexicans that belong to my organization. They are true American citizens, and they're fed up with illegal aliens coming in, taking the jobs, and breaking the law. I know many like that.
And they degrade property values in East LA. Mexican Americans who've been here for generations are very upset at what's going on with this illegal immigration thing. They want them out of here.
And our legislatures have failed over and over to do anything about it.
Where's the rally?
Over here in the parking lot now.
Where the tents are? Can I get your name?
Aliens in my country. No.
Why not?
Because they're breaking our laws. They weren't invited over.
No necesito abierto en tu shop. Okay.
Illegal aliens were not invited over here. We as American citizens choose who we will have come across our border, just like in any other country. You choose who you will allow in your country, just the same as we want to do. So we want all illegal aliens deported, we want to close the border, and we want to choose what immigrants we will let in when we want to let them in. That's all up to the citizens of the United States, both black, white, Mexican, whatever nationality you came from. You're a citizen in this country. You get to determine, along with the rest of your brother citizens, who will come into the country and when. And that's all it's about.
This is your solution.
That's our solution, yes. If the government, there would have never been a problem if the government would have taken care of the border all along. But they didn't. They allowed this problem to happen on purpose. For whatever interest, I don't care whose fault it is, a special interest, big business or whatever, they betrayed America in general just so they could have their own way. And now we have a flood of illegal aliens who hate America. They absolutely hate America.
We have a president who hates America. Bill Clinton is anti-American. Because if he wanted to solve this problem, he could do it. All he has to do is put troops on the borders, the illegal aliens that are in our prison, our jail system, send them back. Those that are in public schools, a lot of our American kids are being pushed aside so that we can educate illegal aliens. We have black kids that are coming out of high school that can't read or write because they're not being educated. Too much attention is being focused on illegal aliens. And then these illegal aliens hate blacks because they're standing up for their country. They hate the black people because they're mad at what is happening in our own country. I blame the government. I blame the police department today for not protecting us from this issue today.
Are you all right now?
Pardon me?
Are you all right?
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm feeling better than ever.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Are you racist?
Am I what?
What are you think of these people now? Why? Why you stay
She
here?
said, are you racist?
Am I racist?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a racist. Why do you ask that?
Well,
Why is it that people who stand up for America and who want to protect our own borders, why are we always trying to be backed up with the racist thing? I'm standing here with a black man. If I was a racist, this is my brother right here. If I'm standing with him, how can I be a racist?
Are you a racist?
No.
So why would you ask him if he's a racist?
Well, let me see.
Why would you ask that question?
Why you stay here?
And you asking him because he's white and you want to get away with this racist remark. Are you a racist?
No.
So why is it that he a racist because he's standing up for the country?
Do you like the Latin people? Do you like
Do
it?
you like them? No. Do you like them?
Yeah, I
like America?
People.
Do you like America?
Yeah.
Then what's the problem? You should be out here picking it with us. That's a dumb question to ask. You're asking that question so you can use it on your program to make him look like a racist. Why don't you ask me am I racist? Because I'm black, right? I love America too, and I think these illegal aliens need to be shipped back to their country. So why is that racist? You're a racist for asking him that question.
Thank you, Jesse.
And you're only doing it because he's white, and that's what you're going to show on your report tonight. You shouldn't play that kind of game. That's a dumb question.
Shame on you.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yes.
You're in America taking advantage of all the benefits that America has to offer, and your only comment, are you a racist? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Are you here legally?
Yeah.
Are you?
Sure.
So you're a citizen. So are you a racist?
That flag is a genocidal flag on white people. The red is for the red man's blood. And we're almost extinct. We are under the jurisdiction of the United States government. We are sovereign people. No.
What are you doing here?
Because we are the Indians. What are you doing here?
What are you doing?
How did you get here?
No, I'm born here.
No.
I'm American.
How did your father get here?
You're a foreigner here.
This is our border.
Did you know that you were a foreigner here? You're white and you're a foreigner.
I don't care what I am. I want my borders protected. I'm a citizen of the United States of America.
You're illegal here. You took it away from us. Too many whites came.
Mexico.
We couldn't stop you. Too many blue eyes came.
Right.
We couldn't stop you.
Gave up their lands to
Go
America.
back to Europe and fight over there.
You call this Mexico.
You belong on the other side of the ocean.
Agustin Cevada, Brown Berets. We're here today to show LA, show the minority people here, the Anglo-Saxons, that we are here, the majority. We're here to stay. We do the work in this city. We take care of the spoiled brat children. We clean their offices. We pick the food. We do the manufacturing in the factories of LA. We are the majority here, and we are not going to be pushed around. We're here in Westwood. This is the 4th time we've been here in the last 2 months to show white Anglo-Saxon Protestant LA, the few of you who remain, that we are the majority and we claim this land as ours. It's always been ours, and we're still here. And none of this talk about deporting. If anybody's going to be deported, it's going to be you. People are brainwashed by their own fear, and they have the line that says that in 1994 at the big march in October 16th, that if the people hadn't raised their Mexican flag, that the Anglo people wouldn't have gotten scared and voted against us. That's bullshit. It was effective for us to bring our Mexican flag out to energize our base, the Mexican, Chicano, Latino people.
¡No la queremos! ¡Ahora!
Go back to the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria.
Racist! Racist man! Racist man! Racist man! Racist man hiding behind your flag! You're racist! Hiding behind your woman! You're racist! I see you! You see me! I know you see me!
Simi Valley, you skunks! Go back to Woodland Hills! Go back to Boston! Go back to the Plymouth Rock, you pilgrims! Get out! We are the future! You're old and tired! Go on! We have beaten you! Leave like beaten rats! Oh! Chicano! Power! Chicano! Power! Chicano! Power! We didn't cross the borders! The borders crossed us! We didn't cross the borders! The borders crossed us! Who's the legal aliens? Who's the legal aliens?
Raza Fuerza, this is Aztlán, this is Mexico. They're the pilgrims on our land.
Silently raise your fist.
Mira, señora, le quisieron quitar la bandera a ese hombre, pues no está bien, pues, hombre. Le quisieron quitar la bandera a ese compañero. No le dijo a la señora que no fue la bandera.
Sí, pues ya después de que le hablé ya se calmó.
No, dijo, no, saca la bandera, no.
¿Verdad? Entonces, ¿qué le parece si me dice en cámara? La batalla la habíamos ganado.
We'll be back! We'll be back! We'll be back!
Okay, my name is Lee Pisani, and I have a message for the racists like Dole and Gingrich and Buchanan and Clinton and Feinstein that we will be back. We will not allow racism and Nazism to take over this country. We will fight back, inch by inch if we have to, but we will not allow these racists to drive us out. We're not second-class citizens, we're not third-class citizens, we are first-class citizens. We deserve respect, we want respect, we demand respect, and we will gain respect. Like the great man Malcolm X said, by all means necessary, we'll get respect. And we will not let these racist pigs tell us to get out of this country. We don't belong there, we belong here. This is our country, this is our homeland.
It began with pushing and shoving, but it soon got worse. It became a battle of signs. Then someone pulled out mace or pepper spray. It then escalated even more with fistfights. Rocks and cans were thrown, but no one could say exactly how it all got started or why. Each side blamed the other. At least 5 people were injured, but only one had to be transported to a nearby hospital. Among the injured was Bob Schwartz.
Because we could do all the yelling we want, we could protest, we could burn down buildings, we have done it before, and what's the change? What's the change? It is up to you to join us in San Diego, August the 12th at 5 p.m. on a Monday. Do not go to work. Don't go to school, don't do nothing. Show what is the power that we have as a community. Go down there as Chicano, Latino, African American, Asian, as a people to unite and to protest the Republican Convention on Monday. It is time to organize, it's a time of war, and it's time to revolt, and it's your time to show we are a people of a struggle hasta San Diego.
And I'm proud of the fact that all these people here, over 500 people, stayed peaceful and did not engage in any kind of violence, any kind of provocation today.
This was 4th of July in Westwood, a brief but violent melee as self-proclaimed communist and anti-illegal immigrant protesters clashed at a rally outside the federal building on Wilshire Boulevard.
This is what they do to American citizens. They destroy us.
There were injuries from flailing placards, flying cans and fists, most of the damage suffered by members of the anti-immigrant groups. But there were no arrests.
Call the INS!
A national holiday celebrated in anger in Westwood. Finally, police separated the sides, but it would take more than cops to bridge the opposing visions of America.
We're for revolution, for workers' power, and for smashing all borders.
Justice, yes! Racism, no!
Opposing sides, but little debate, unless dialogue could be found in the signs, chants, and political theater.
These are people who are determined to recapture the American Southwest, and they're going to do it violently, apparently.
Minister Farrakhan, whom I talked to before coming here, he told me to just say this to you, to give you a warning that the enemy of us all has planned our death, and he delights in watching us kill and slaughter each other. And if we continue to kill and slaughter each other, he told me to tell you that the enemy of us all that's making sure that you get the guns that you get, the drugs that you get, they are right now filling up the armories in Los Angeles, because within the next year they plan to move on you, that are called gangs. Because our enemies who see us all see you as the warrior type of our community, but they see that your energies are misguided one to another. So Minister Farrakhan said that if you don't stop killing each other, then the enemy of us all, his tanks will roll real soon in the street, and you will have to drink your own blood. So I come to you as a little warner to you, not to promise you anything. We can't give you nothing but knowledge and an example. But I ask all of you that we got to look at our skin color and as our blood, that we are bone of each other's bone and blood of each other's blood, that we are one family. We are in different tribes, but God made us that way, that we be in tribes and families, that we may know one another and never despise one another. So come on, brothers, those of us that are in the youth group organization, let us continue, not just at a truce, but at a ceasefire as well. Let us find other means that we can settle our differences. And lastly, Minister Farrakhan told me to let you know that your organization, as well as the Nation of Islam, have been infiltrated with agents. There are agents among you, gangs. There are agents among us who want to keep us fighting and killing one another. There are agents in police cars. There are agents in bow ties. There are agents in dreadlocks. That if anyone is so quick to say, let's go shed the blood, watch that one. Watch that real emotional one among you. And let us stop the killing of each other and let us find another means. So as we put pressure on ourselves as a nation to be more mindful and a better servant to you, we ask that you help us with that. And may God bless us in the spirit of the Million Man March. That when we come together as one army, we can take Watts, we can take South Central, we can take Los Angeles and then the West Coast, because God is going to stand the original man. When I say original, that includes Mexican, that includes La Raza, that includes the brown, that includes the yellow. God is going to bring us together, and from that, he's going to raise up a mighty army that's ready to move for God. So I'm not telling you to give up your weapons. I'm just telling you to turn them somewhere else and not on each other.
On August 10th, we will be here. We have calls from all over the country of people who are going to join us, who are sick of the attacks on our sovereignty. And one of those attacked at this meeting, who stood up bravely with us, was a man who has stood up with us for years, as has Ezola, as have many others of all races and ethnicities. His name is Jesse Peterson. See, he's the head of Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny. Jesse Peterson, please.
My name is Jesse Peterson, and I'm the founder and president of the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny. And the purpose of BOND is to rebuild the family by rebuilding the man. We're trying to help black men overcome anger and learn to love and appreciate America. And as a result of that, we're trying to help them find jobs and become true American citizens. I love America. I'm a black American. I am not an Afro-American. I am a black American. I was born here. This is all I know. I love this country. On Independence Day, the 4th of July, I, along with other members of the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny, came out to defend our country. And as a result of that, we were attacked by illegal aliens, people who hate America, people who said that our purpose is to take back California. We're going to take it back. They are not here because they love America. They're here because they want to take back America. I cannot believe that I, as a black man, have finally overcome the civil rights movement. Dr. Martin Luther King died so that I could be free as a black man to work in America, to live in America, to speak up for this country. and I'm being attacked by illegal aliens, people who have no respect for the law, criminals. This blows my mind in America. I just don't know what to say about that. We just overcame the situation with the KKK the last 30 years, and now we're being attacked by illegal aliens. It just blows my mind. I was maced with spray mace. I was spat up on. I was called names. I was being hated because I am fighting for my country. I'm fighting for Black America as well as the United States of America, and I'm being attacked for that. In South Central Los Angeles right now, Black people can barely live there. They can barely find work there. They can barely find housing there. They're being attacked by these illegal aliens because they're fighting back to live in America. I can't believe this is happening. We are not going to give up. I want to make that clear. God has finally blessed me as a Black man. He's given me the opportunity to stand up for America. And I'll be damned if anybody, and especially illegal aliens, is going to take that opportunity away from me. I'm willing to die for my country. I love America. Right on. I also want to say that I am embarrassed that Willie Williams, the police chief of Los Angeles, have the same color. I'm embarrassed that we're the same color. I cannot believe, and I can believe it, that this man allowed the citizens of California to be attacked by lawbreakers, by illegal aliens. He knew in advance that this was going to happen. He did nothing about it. I cannot believe that, and yet I can believe it. I met with him over the last couple of years, and I know what kind of man. He's a very weak man. He's not for us, he's against us. And he demonstrated that very clearly on the 4th of July. I'm asking him to resign. We don't need him anymore. We need a real chief. We need someone that loves us, is going to protect us as citizens of this country. I'm asking Willie Williams to step down. My last request is for Jesse Jackson, Maxine Waters, the NAACP, Louis Farrakhan, Urban League,
Brotherhood Crusade.
Brotherhood Crusade.
Southern Christian Leadership Conference.
That's right, Southern Christian Leadership Conference.
Congressional Black Caucus.
Congressional Black Caucus. You say that you love Black people. You say that you love this country, you love Black people. This cause is for Black people as well. We're trying to make it possible for young Black people to be educated, to find jobs, to be able to have freedom of speech, to live in this country freely. This is a perfect opportunity for these people to redeem themselves. Over the last 30 years, they have been anti-American. They have not done anything to build America. They now have a chance to do that. This is a chance. This is about American citizens, Black, white, Asian, Hispanics, Mexican, all of us. So I'm asking these people to take this opportunity and redeem yourself. Stand up for America. Our children are not being educated as a result of illegal aliens. They're being pushed aside. They can't find a job. This is a good opportunity. My last remark is we are not going to give up. I want to send that message out loud and clear. No matter what. Oh yeah, Bill Clinton, the last one. Let's get rid of Bill Clinton. He is not for America. He is not for Black people. He has no values. He can't even run his own life. How are we expecting him to run a country? We need to get rid of him. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Father God, in the name of Jesus, thank you for this day. I thank you, Father, that we are here, that your will be done. I ask, Father, that you open the eyes and the hearts of every man and woman and child in this country, that they may see the brainwashing that has taken place by Bill Clinton and this administration. I ask, Father, that the American government, the American people stand up and demand that we stop the war now and bring our soldiers back home. I ask that your will be done through us, that you may get the glory. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you.
All right. It goes up louder. I just didn't know where it was,
I see. Okay.
where it was going to take you. I didn't want to... Thank you very much.
We should have more media here today. This is an important issue, but as always, they're not on the right side. They're not on the side. That's right. They will be here, we will have a fight. That's right. For those that may not know who I am, my name is Reverend Lee Peterson, and I'm founder and president of the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny, BOND. And our purpose is to rebuild the family by rebuilding the man. We're trying to get all men, but especially black men, to come back to their families and take charge of their homes and take the government out of their lives. Black people have been brainwashed, manipulated, used, and controlled by the government, by people like Jesse Jackson and Maxine Waters, the NAACP, the liberal elite whites, the Democratic Party, and we're trying to get them to wake up to that reality. We're trying to get them to love their country, you know, stand up for America, and stop hating their country. This country belongs to all of us. We're not Africans, we're Americans. And we're trying to get them to realize that. We saw a sad display last year when Bill Clinton went into the black churches and took advantage of the people in the name of God. And that was hurting, that was embarrassing. But we are out there fighting to get black people to wake up, and all people, but especially black people, because we've been used so long. That's Patrick Rooney right there. He's the Director of Public Relations in our organization, and he brought a free copy of a newsletter for everybody, and you can get a more impact as to what we are doing and get involved with us. I am an American. I love my country. I happen to be black, but I love God, I love my family, and I love America, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to turn our country around. And the last thing, I want you to remember that this is a spiritual warfare. It is a warfare between good and evil. And the people that are on the side of good must stand firm. God said, greater is He that is in us than he that's in the world. And if we remember that we have a greater source inside, and that this is a spiritual warfare, I promise you we can win. The forefathers did it. The founders of this country understood that. And we must come back to that. We must get young people involved in these issues. They have to know what is going on in order to fight. The other side are using them to destroy America. We must use them to bring back America, to restore our country. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be an American. I'm going to fight this to the end. God bless you, and thank you very much.